What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Cosmic Carrie here, bringing another World of Tanks video. For those of you that are new here, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. For my regular viewers and subscribers, hello, welcome one and all. And as always, a like would be ever so greatly appreciated. And here I should be showcasing gameplay battle of my Yag Tiger 88 tier 8 German TD premium tank. Pardon me. Now, right off the bat, let's say I must say that the Yag Tiger 88 does get premium matchmaking. It is available currently in the store, and I highly recommend you guys purchasing this tank due to the fact that it earns so much silver, even more so than my E25 and my SU-122-44. It earns so much silver. I'm averaging on a loss, I'm averaging, I say, about 50k, 50,000 silver. On really decent wins, 100,000 silver. No problemo whatsoever. You know, without even trying, you can earn a lot of silver in this tank. So straight off the bat, I need to say that. So I'm showcasing battle on Prokhorovka, where I do exceptionally well. Well, I read the map, and I basically go into this battle with a plan, 100% a plan, and everything, all the pieces fall into place 100%, and everything works out, not necessarily in my favor, I would say, but exactly how I want it to be. So initially I was literally going to be a scout. I wasn't planning on being a scout, and the word scout didn't even pop into my head when I was doing what I was doing. But I was going to do a bit of peek-a-boom in the initial stages of the game, where I literally peek over the edge here and get shots onto target, at the same time being hulled down and supported by my teammates, you know, which are around me. You know, it's perfect. We're all working off each other. One guy's spotting, one guy's shooting, one guy's shooting, the other guy's spotting. And at the same time, if you look ahead of me, there's a nice little dip there in the ground, and I wanted to get in there. You know, I really wanted to get in there and be hulled down right, you know, right there. You can see right in front of me. But at the same time, I was fully aware of the vulnerability of my tank when it came to the sides. You know, the sides of this tank are really vulnerable to fire, and they're very weak. So having said that, and plus the fact, you know, we're in a tier 8 match, that's it. This tank only goes up to tier 9, and there's no RD in play. So all of these factors, you know, were in my head, and here I go. You know, I'm getting into position here. So all of these factors were in my head, and I was just saying to myself, just, you know, hold down, angle it just right, and just bounce those shots and return fire with your quick firing gun. And that was my philosophy. That was my philosophy in this game. That was my strategy, and it paid off. It just paid off big time. But me and the Yag Tiger 88 have a lot of history. You know, have a lot of history, a lot of bad blood, because this is literally my second, I think, premium tank. I'd say my second serious premium tank. First one being the T25. Now, I cut my teeth in the T25 when it comes to World of Tanks. You know, I learned everything. And when it comes to, you know, World of Tanks, it was in my T25. So I wanted to get a new premium tank, and it was a big deal back in, you know, the early days of the World of Tanks, me getting a premium tank. I never used to spend any kind of money initially on World of Tanks in the first, I'd say, 2-3 months. You know, maybe £10 a month, and that was it. So it was a big deal for me. You know, nowadays I spend, not all the time, but I do tend to, you know, buy the premium tanks. So, you know, there's money spent there. And what was I talking about? Pardon me. And so when I got the Yag Tiger 88, I hated it. You know, truth be told, I couldn't stand it. I could not, for the life of me, stand it because of the fact that, it had such poor gun traverse left to right. Look, you can see it, the gun moving left to right. It was so limited, and it made your equipment obsolete. You know, your binoculars and your camo net. You know, they only kick in if you're motionless, and you always had to be mobile in this tank, you know, because you know, as soon as the target moved left or right, you'd have to swing the whole tank. And so I hated that, you know. I could not stand that. Nice guns. And I could not stand that. And not only that, you know, the speed used to cheese me off so much. Such a slow tank. It was incredibly slow. I mean, it is slow. And so I hated it. I could not stand it, and I could not make it work for me. And I said, nah, you know, I don't like this tank at all. And it sat in my garage for months and months and months, doing absolutely nothing until I eventually needed some silver, and I ended up selling it. I know, selling a premium tank, and a tier 8 to boot. But to me, I didn't even give it a second thought, to tell you the truth, because it was sitting there. It was doing absolutely nothing. You know, I wasn't going to touch it. And a few months later, I'm getting a little bit bigger on YouTube. Who do I get into contact with? Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper, what's one of his most favourite tanks? This one, Yag Tiger 88. You know, and speaking to him, looking at his reviews, you know, again, I needed a silver earner. I said to myself, you know, I really didn't get this tank. You know, I really didn't understand it, how it works, the mechanics, and how to make it work for me. You know, and Jack was telling me, on average, you know, even for a blah game, you know, 100k in silver. And so I said to myself, you know, when it's on sale, pick it up. And I managed to pick it up about a month ago. It was on sale for about seven and a half, I think it was, gold coins. Purchased it, repurchased it. Yes, I know. And hated it. Hated it. All of the old stuff came back. Hated it. All over again. Hated it. The gun traverse, are you kidding? No, that's that. Too angled, Mr. Ferdinand. Look at it, he's just single-minded and determined. That should, yeah, 100%. You see how he's moved his front plate, so it's perfectly flush with my incoming shot. See, that's angling and bouncing for you, right there. You know, 100%. And I hated it. All the old stuff was coming back to me. Oh my god, it's so slow. It's just so slow. And the traverse. Oh my god, the traverse. And you know, of the whole tank. And the gun, you know, moving left to right. Hated it with a vengeance. But I still needed a silver making a premium tank. You know, I still needed it, and I watched videos and I saw what, you know, Jack the Ripper was doing, and this guy and that guy, and I said to myself, you know what, you're gonna make this tank work for you. You're gonna love this tank no matter what, you know. Warts and bruises and cuts and sores, and as ugly as it is, and all of that stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna make this work for me, you know, 100%. I'm gonna make myself appreciate this tank, and I'm happy to say, job accomplished, job done. I 100% love this thing now. I 100% love this thing now. And what happened? I haven't got a clue what happened, basically. What happened is I just accepted the tank for what it was. You know, I accepted the limitations of this tank 100%, and I simply work around the limitations of this tank. And I think, you know, that really showcases myself as a player. Not boasting, so to speak, but because that's primarily what happened. You know, that's exactly what happened. Is just, you know, these are the tools that you've been given. They're not the best tools, they're not the greatest tools, but you can still get the job done, Sonny, if you wanna. You know, if you wanna, you can still get the job done, just like anybody else, and then some. If you want to, if you use your tools the right way, 100%. And that's exactly, you know, what has happened here. You know, I've been given lemons and I've made lemonade, just like they say in the States, 100%. And I have to say, I love this tank. I truly love this tank. I appreciate it. The speed, it is what it is. It's 100% a slow tank. So what? Choose your flank carefully. Choose your flank carefully, because if you choose the right flank, you're rewarded with a quick firing gun. You know, just unloading non-stop, non-stop, non-stop. And if you angle your tank just rightly, just right, and you hide your knickers down below, your little side skirt, your little, not side skirt, your lower plate, you know, you bounce city central. You are a mobile nuclear bunker that, you know, nothing can pen you unless they you know, shoot at you from the side. And this gameplay is proof of just that. Very cheesed off in this game that I had run out of standard shells, and I was forced to use my premium shells, which cost me a buttload of damage, because I've yet to hit 200k in silver with this tank. So I was very cheesed off about that. Anyhow, so that is the story of Cosmic Carrie and his Yag Tiger. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna finish up now, and epic. It was literally, I'd say, when I crossed the railroad tracks there, I looked up and I realized what had happened in this game. You know, and I saw 24 pens, and I said, oh my god, 24 pens. How many shots have I fired? And I looked down and I saw I had run out of standard ammunition, and I was on premium. You know, I could not believe that. I had not noticed at all. I was so engrossed in the game. I was so engrossed in, you know, proper placement of this tank, moving it, angling it, just so. You know, the whole world did not exist when I was playing in this tank. It was just me and my Yag Tiger. Take it easy, guys. Adios, muchachos.